My SpongeBob looks dead. Woo.
And he went to a prestigious school and challenged the students. And I'm pretty sure they had a good time there. Our story begins here, where our hero is on a late-night talk show where he challenges any other accredited school to verse him in a battle of wits.
Wait. Beware and behold, world, for this is something never unseen. A true hero like no one else. Like a chemist, like an alchemist, like a magician. Equipped with glasses and the vast knowledge of books. Her tummy full of food, soon, and jazz playing on the background. Together with the mighty SpongeBob in her green shirt, dotted skirt, and tied hair, she's the master of the siesta Sunday. Oh my god, this is lovely. Thank you so much. Oh god. Thank you very much. By the way, you can call me T. That's my nickname, so T. Just T, like the letter T, you know. I'm going to change my name. This Cassiopeia was a mistake, and I'm still waiting for like 1 month to finish so that I can change my name, actually. It's going to be Purple Chicken, like you see on the screen, right there. Let's eat.
Pontifications, and I love the Rolling Stone article about the 1 times 1 equals 2.
That's what he thinks. 1 times 1 equals 2. He thinks blue plus black equals blue. He thinks boy plus girl equals shoe. I don't know. He's like Dr. Seuss. If Dr. Seuss was not a doctor and just a guy who wrote calligraphy on the end of a bridge after peeing on people. This dude is clearly not at the stage where he's making sense, but some people are inviting him on because he's good television.
But I still don't get it.
And we will get into
Spice
that
and
Rolling
everything
Stone interview
nice.
later because it's a 9-page bombshell of an article. Whoever wrote that must have thought, oh my god, I hit the jackpot, because they clearly did.
Does 1 times 1 equal 2? Well, let's put it this way.
I love when people say the word let's put it this way, and then they put it in the way that nobody understands. I'm sorry, sir, did you just hit my car? Well, let's put it this way. Gravity did that shit. I was just behind the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. Alright, but the insurance can't write Jesus on unless that's your name. Well, you just write it down and see what happens. I'm gonna sue you then. Okay, well, I hope Jesus can get me out of this.
So Newton's third law says that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, right? So if 1 times 1 equals 1, then here we have an action and an action without a reaction.
The only thing I know Newton for is gravity and also the John Mayer song. Apparently, Terrence Howard in his spare time, aside from reading scripts, reads philosophy and other things challenging people from way back then and their theories on relativity and life. And he's now saying if an action and an action equals a reaction, 1 times 1 can't equal 1. That's just impossible.
It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard?
So it has to equal 2, and that's it. Once he knew that, his whole life changed. I know what you're thinking. How does this really affect anything in his day-to-day life? Well,
I think you're in another dimension. My dimension is so true. I'm so convinced about my dimension. Okay. That I will give any university Any accredited scientific university with math or science.
You have to be an accredited university as opposed to those bullshit ass universities that I went to. Trump University, what the hell? I graduated with a degree in stupidology. I also had a minor in wigs. So, what is that about? Thank you, Terrence Howard. Accredited universities. From now on, the University of Ronald McDonald Flipping Patties is not going to be the school that I go to get my maths degree. Thank you. We should not count things in fries.
$1 million if they can build a better model.
He's like the evil one from Austin Powers. $1 million, that dude. But he's black and has a sun hat on, and he looks like he played football and then had the vacation and then did the show at the same time. Also, Iggy Azalea is looking so confused, and I am just as confused as to why she's there.
Of the common factor of the universe, then I can.
Okay, so this is
This is
literally,
real. This is real.
you're giving
This is
$1 million.
to prove, to build the better common factor of the universe.
Jesus. I wish I was a university. All I had to do was build a better common factor of the universe. Man, I keep building like some real rare, uncommon factors of the universe. My universe building is so mediocre. My whole world building on Minecraft sucks. My Sims world building sucks. Honestly, just me in a building sucks. I wish I was a university so I could get 1 million of Terrence Howard's monies.
And I could build.
Okay.
$1 million and we can,
Okay.
any accredited university.
Okay. Well, you know what? Watch what happens live. Our audience predicted Trump winning, so you guys get to work on this. I think you might get $1 million.
I mean, wow. So that's how Terrence Howard starts his day. He challenges universities to outbuild him in some sort of universe building. We probably should go back to the beginning and talk about Terrence Howard and his university degree or his education, because it's worth noting that he has none. And what I mean by that is, you would think that he's an academic or a student of academia to be able to say things like this. He is not. If you go on his Wikipedia page, it talks about this. Howard has stated that he went to school for the chemical engineering and applied materials, though he did not complete his engineering degree. Howard thinks of himself as an engineer and intends to return one day to complete the 3 credits, of which he claims he is currently short. Howard's account of his educational history has never been confirmed. Pratt Institute, which he says he attended, closed its engineering degree program in 1993. This is not looking good. On February 26, 2013, Howard also said on a Jimmy Kimmel Live interview that he had earned a PhD degree in chemical engineering from South Carolina State University. He, however, never attended that university, and in fact, the university does not confer doctorates in chemical engineering. Terrence, you can't, just because you act on Empire doesn't mean you can act in real life and people are not gonna know. Buddy, people are gonna check this shit. It's not that hard to be like, oh, I'm Terrence Howard, I'm white.
Everything about me is different from an African American.
And then someone's like, nope, you're black. So the Jimmy Kimmel interview has been scrubbed off of YouTube and Jimmy Kimmel's YouTube channel. However, it doesn't take too long to find it on the interwebs.
Yeah.
So you went to, what school did you go to?
Well, I went to South Carolina State University and they gave me my doctorate in applied materials and chemical engineering.
But they didn't. They didn't. I don't mean to be a square right now, Terrence, but I think you're clearly lying. Don't zigzag past the truth, okay? I wanna tell me straight, okay? This is not some sort of love triangle between you, me, and Jimmy. I wanna know the truth. As I said, give it to me straight, please.
You actually know how to do this stuff. You're
Yes.
not just the celebrity that bought into it.
No, the process is very simple. There's 2 ways of growing diamonds. You can grow them either.
Hold on, let me get a pad. Go on.
What, lab grown and chemically, or what are we talking about? I'm sorry, natural?
Our process is a process called chemical vapor deposition. Now, what we do, we drop carbon into a container, into an incubator, and we send it through a hydrogen plasma.
What the fuck? What? I'm sorry, I zoned out for like 5 seconds. My mind, right now, like, this is a visual representation of my mind. Blown.
And as the carbon cloud cools, it mimics the crystalline formation of the diamond atom by atom.
And that's how grills are made.
Wow. So diamonds will be worthless when you're done.
No, they will be worth more.
Then how would they be worth worth more if you're making them for $100 each.
Yeah, Terrence, do you know how supply and demand works? Of course, if there's more of something, it's gonna be less in demand because more people can get access to it. If everyone had $1 million, being a millionaire wouldn't mean shit, son. What? Terrence, for all that bullshit that you said about diamonds, I don't think you understand how basic supply and demand works. You might have went and got your PhD in chemical science and applied dumbassery, but you didn't know the basics of business, did you?
Silicone can't handle the heat load. It melts at 200 degrees Celsius, so that's why your computer is shut down. But diamond gets stronger at 2,000 degrees Celsius. So,
Man, last time I put a diamond in my computer, Apple said we're not gonna ever repair this. Please stop doing that. So, honestly, maybe Terrence is onto something. Or maybe, just maybe, someone needs to tell me who his plug is, and I could slap them in the face and tell them to stop giving them whatever it is you're giving Terrence, because he's reaching new heights of lows.
we dope them with boron, and we're creating
You're a boron.
these chips that will speed up the computer
And
1,000
you learned
times
all of
faster.
this.
I mean, that is a lot of garbage, and then it all got disproved by the fact that he didn't actually even go or enroll there. So at best, Terrence Howard is a pseudoscientist who has no actual certificate of merit and is just spouting out things like he's one of those crazy conspiracy theorists. I would love to say that he's making sense, but I don't even know how to validate that. So I guess the only people who can validate it are the goals of The View. Yes, that's right. The
There's
people who
something
talk
stuck in
about
my
things
teeth.
like what people are wearing are now going to tell Terrence Howard to show them about his geometry shapes.
Fuck.
Please welcome the amazing Terrence Howard.
By the way, sorry about the
I
quality,
hate it when that happens.
Terrence, or maybe everyone who saw the video tried to remove it from the internet, so it was very hard to find. But I did find it in a lower resolution. But honestly, that's probably better because if I'm looking at teriology, that's probably the real way that we should see things. Blurry. That's the only way it'll make sense. He's like a kid who comes out with like one of those balloon animals, and he's like, "Hello, you with me? Whoopsie." He's like one of those. He's just holding it away from people, like, "Don't touch it." Whoopsie. Yeah, so he's holding a balloon animal. I'm not sure who gave them that. I would love to know what this is about.
What's that?
Well, I'm going to talk about this since we're here.
Let's not talk about movies or your career. That shit's not important. Let's talk about this.
Okay.
Now, a couple years ago, I did an article for the Rolling Stones, and
Yeah, we're gonna get to that article. Trust me.
they said I was crazy because
Well,
I was telling them that the square root of 2 was a
I
rational
need to paint my
number.
nails.
This is the proof that the square root of 2 is a
I
rational
painted my
number.
toes.
holy shit, that's the
Toenails
proof.
today.
Holy fucking shit. I didn't want to tell you that. But you know what the proof is that Akon is black? Boom! Look at it. That's the proof right there. That's the proof. Yep. We did it. We solved it. We solved the crime, guys.
This is an undiscovered geometry that I'm
All right.
now making known to the
We're gonna
world
continue
here on the
reading.
show.
Wow. That's good, Terrence. This is like the art that you hang up on your kitchen fridge when your parents are like, "Good job, son." But when you're like 40s, it's quite different. What shapes is these, Terrence?
This is an undiscovered geometry.
I call it bubbles. This is what I hate about daytime television. It's that you get the people on here who don't know about anything, but they encourage you anyway. Terrence is like, "Look, I created a new shape. Look at this. This is a new shape right here. Woo!" And everyone's like, "Yo, wow. Good for you, Terrence. Good. I loved you in Empire. Great shapes, buddy." Don't encourage this man, please.
They were so upset because how can a man that didn't graduate from one of their prestigious schools come and tell them that the square root of 2 was a rational number? And I said, I didn't come to tell you guys this. I just came to prove to you that it's a rational number. And
Yeah, but I don't know.
I am
about,
ready
like,
to read
if
again.
they're angry that you
Let's
don't
do
have a
this.
qualification.
Nobody's there? Again? Really? Aw. It's just me again? Well, that sucks. Is your because you're not like there as a viewer. I don't know. I mean, there's just one viewer, but that's it. Oh my god, I can see my underwear from. Goodness. Now. Oh fuck. Let's continue reading. Chapter 5. There we go. What was that? Oh, right. It's right here. Don't focus on what you meant. Did you mean what Twitch says? Yeah. Oh yeah. On what Twitch says. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to make a career out of this because I have no job, so I kind of have to like be aware of the numbers, you know. As like it's a 50-50 thing. It's like 50% I want friends because I'm a lonely, depressed, sad person, and the other 50 is because I don't have a career, I don't have a job basically, and I want to be an entertainer. So yeah, I mean, but one person is enough. You're here, and that's like it's okay, you know. But it didn't show like two people, like two. Like it showed one. That's why I was like, oh, what? You know? Yeah. Hope I don't sound too desperate or something. I'm not like I wouldn't sell my soul. I'm not that desperate, you know. I'm just a little bit desperate. Not like to the point where I would like do like OnlyFans or something like that. It's like not my thing. But yeah. Anywho. Chapter 5. In the low-ceilinged canteen deep underground, the lunch queue jerked slowly forward. The room was already very full and definitely noisy. From the grill at the counter, the steam of stew came pouring forth with a sour metallic smell, which did not quite overcome the fumes of Victory gin. On the far side of the room there was a small bar, a mere hole in the wall, where gin could be bought at 10 cents, the large nib. "Just the man I was looking for," said a voice at Winston's back. He turned round. It was his friend Syme, who worked in the research department. Perhaps friend was not exactly the right word. You did not have friends nowadays, you had comrades. But there were some comrades whose society was pleasanter than that of others. Syme was a philologist. By the way, I don't need to pee, okay? I'm moving around like this because I'm a neurodivergent, so I can't like stop moving. So I have to like move my feet all the time. I don't need to pee or anything like that. So just saying, if I need to pee, I'll just get up and pee. Well, you know, like not here. I won't get up and pee here. I'll go pee in the toilet because like that's where you pee. You know. Yeah, I'm being weird again. Ugh. Let's just continue. I wanted to ask you whether you got any razor blades, he said. Not one, said Winston with a sort of guilty haste. I've tried all over the place. They don't exist any longer. Everyone kept asking you for razor blades. Actually, he had 2 unused ones, which he was hoarding up. There had been a famine of them for months past. At any given moment, there was some necessary article which the party shops were unable to supply. Sometimes it was buttons, sometimes it was darning wool, sometimes it was shoelaces. At present, it was razor blades. He could only get hold of them, if at all, by scrounging more or less furtively on the free market. I've been using the same blade for 6 weeks, he added untruthfully. The queue gave another jerk forward. As they halted, he turned and faced Syme again. Each of them took a greasy metal tray from a pile at the end of the counter. Did you go and see the prisoners hanged yesterday? Said Syme. I was working, said Winston indifferently. I shall see it on the flicks, I suppose. A very inadequate substitute, said Syme. His mocking eyes roved over Winston's face. I know you, the eyes seemed to say. I see through you. I know very well why you didn't go to those prisoners hanged in an intellectual way. Syme was venomously orthodox. He would talk with a disagreeable, gloating satisfaction of helicopter raids on enemy villages, and trials and confessions of thought criminals, and the executions in the cellars of the Ministry of Love. Talking to him was largely a matter of getting him away from such subjects and entangling him, if possible, in the technicalities of newspeak, on which he was authoritative and interesting. Winston turned his head a little aside to avoid the scrutiny of the large dark eyes. It was a good hanging, said Syme reminiscently. I think it spoils it when they tie their feet together. I like to see them kicking. And above all, at the end, the tongue sticking out right out and blue, a quite bright blue. That's a detail that appeals to me. Next, please! Yelled the white-aproned prole with the ladle. Winston and Syme pushed their trays beneath the grill. Onto each was dumped swiftly the regulation lunch, a metal pannikin of pinkish-grey stew, a hunk of bread, a cube of cheese, a mug of milkless Victory coffee, and 1 saccharine tablet. There's a table over there under that telescreen, said Syme. Let's pick up a gin on the way. The gin was served out to them in handless china mugs. Handleless. They threaded their way across the crowded room and unpacked their trays onto the metal-top table, on one corner of which someone had left a pool of stew, a filthy liquid mess that had the appearance of vomit. Winston took up his mug of gin, paused for an instant to collect his nerve, and gulped the oily tasting stuff down. When he had winked the tears out of his eyes, he suddenly discovered that he was hungry. He began swallowing spoonfuls of the stew, which, in among its general sloppiness, had cubes of spongy pinkish stuff, which was probably a preparation of meat. Neither of them spoke again till they